Welcome back, traders and investors, to PreMarket Prep. We have a special guest on all this today, Mike Gatney, Chief Technical Officer at Benzinga. And the reason Mike is on today is because we discussed last week how the new pros and beta, there is a new feature on the platform. Mike's going to walk us through that. So, Mike, tell us about what this new feature is.
So the latest feature that we've released in the new Benzinga Pro is SEC filings into the newsfeed. This previously was not available in Pro Classic or in the beta of the new Benzinga Pro. So we can now select a source to see SEC filings come in real time into the newsfeed, and so that's the latest thing we've released.
So show us how to. This is the homepage of the Benzinga Pro platform. Show us how you would access SEC filings.
Okay, so you go to the newsfeed widget, which
and this is after you've already signed up for an account, and this is
sure. Yep. So once you're into the platform, this is the newsfeed, which will look if you're a user of Pro Classic, you'll recognize the type of content that's flowing into this newsfeed. What we can do is select from this sources dropdown different input sources that we would like to appear in our newsfeed. Currently, we just have BZ Pro selected. So now there's an option here to select SEC filings. So if I select that, and for demo purposes, I'll unselect BZ Pro so we can just see the filings coming in. And so now what we're looking at is SEC filings. There's one that just came in real time. That was an 8K that just got filed. And as you can see, these are up to the minute. So those are coming in real time, and then they stay in the feed, so we can also scroll back and see what we've missed. And we can click to expand, and we can see the form body right there on the page. If you double click, it'll actually pop it out to a new window. And because it's in the newsfeed, you can do all the same type of searching that you can do for any newsfeed item. So you can do keyword searches, ticker searches, and anything that gets tagged with a ticker will also tell you percent change since published. So all the newsfeed features are available to you now with SEC filings.
So this is a great feature, but can you explain the significance of having this information in the platform? What makes this so cool?
Sure. So a couple things. One is that the SEC website itself, the Edgar database, it contains a lot of useful information, but doesn't necessarily represent the way you would want to access that information if you were interested in one of two things. One would be seeing these in real time, or two, doing research to search through the content of the forms. And the reason why you might want to do that as a trader or as an investor is that there are certain types of filings that are required to be filed by certain participants in the market. Some examples of that would be insiders, so executives or directors of a company are required to file forms 3, 4, and 5 if they change their holdings in the company. Hedge funds, so hedge fund holdings are things that might be of interest to a trader and investor, and that's actually a timely one because we're coming up on 13F season, so they'll be filing their holdings. And then also another one, which is more maybe of a research one than a real-time example, would be FDA approval of drugs. So there's information in SEC filings that can help a trader or investor who is trying to take a position in a biotech company to understand when and what might be approved, what drugs, and what the approval schedule is.
Question from somebody in the chat. KBio asks, can you set company-specific alerts?
So because this is in the newsfeed, you can do anything that you can do with the newsfeed. So you can set your alerts, everything that you already do in the newsfeed. These are a first-class citizen of the newsfeed now. So they're tagged with tickers, they're searchable, and so any of the alerts and other features that are available in Pro are available to you with filings. And actually, I'll jump ahead to it. One thing I want to talk about a little bit later in the segment, which is that that is one of the goals or the benefits of this new platform, is that we can now take we can bring new sources of information in, and all the tools of the platform are now available to work on that data. So whether it's in the newsfeed or whether it's in its own widget, we can bring together this information. You can see it all in one place.
So the way the new Pro was built, I'm not a developer, but the way I understand it is the foundation in the development was laid in such a way that makes getting SEC filings or getting new information just easier.
That's right. And so what you can see as a user of the platform, what's very obvious, is that the new Pro looks quite different from the Classic Pro. But what you don't see behind the scenes is that we've completely rewritten the back-end system. It's now a brand new platform for processing and correlating content and data, and it enables us to bring that content and data into the system more quickly. So new sources we can bring in, and because we can bring in new sources, we have.
Keep going.
Because we can bring in new sources quickly, we can now find new correlations between the data that we have and the content that we collect. So the goal of the platform, especially for this year going forward, is going to be to bring in more and more sources of data. So SEC filings is the first new one for this year, but the next one you're going to see, probably the very next one, will be data signals, which is a tool that our desk already has access to. We're going to put that into the platform so that you can see market highs, lows, price spikes, halts in real time in the feed and potentially in widgets. And this will let you see this information, which maybe you can you can go find if you hunt around for it, but you can see it all in one place. And so now you have a picture of the market as a whole all in one place in Benzinga Pro.
I think Brenser has a question. Pop right in.
I got more of a toot your horn here, Gatney. I've been watching the SEC filings that you've been highlighting here as they've been piping in live, and I'm watching a couple of close competitors, and we've been getting most of these filings in versus one competitor. We've been getting them in about 10 to 15 seconds faster versus kind of a more major competitor. I would say we've been getting them in about almost 2 minutes faster on average, and I'm sure everyone out there in the chat knows that 2 minutes in the trading world is absolutely an eternity. So you've been doing a kick-ass job with setting these SEC filings up, Gatney, and we're excited to see some of the other signals and some of the other features that you guys are going to lay into the new Benzinga Pro.
Thanks, Brent. That's really exciting too, because this is a brand new feature that just got released, and so we haven't even begun to even do optimizations that we could do to make it even faster. So to already be ahead of the curve is exciting. And as we bring on new sources, we're only going to have more sources and faster, and give BZ Pro users an edge. And that's what we hope to do with all kinds of new content this year.
Awesome. So if you're interested, if you're not on their product and you want to be, I'll put the link in the chat. But again, it's pro-beta.benzinga.com. You can get that. I'll throw that in after Gatney gets off. Gatney, thank you so much for coming on the show. We are so pumped. I don't think words can describe how pumped the people in the office are about these SEC filings. This is, like you said, just one of many new additions that we expect the new platform to have over the Benzinga Pro Classic. We're super pumped. Thanks for coming on, and we'll be right back with Joel.
Thanks for having me.